very grateful for everyone that came out today to celebrate Micah and Emily. I love seeing people from different places in Micah's life, where we grew up in Nashville, and friends from work and new family, and friends from other workplaces, and some of our fantasy football people. Micah and I are definitely hardcore on playing some fantasy sports. But I had the privilege of meeting Micah over 20 years ago, and Micah was pretty young guy back then, a little fuller head of hair, and his just started migrating. But Micah was I knew right away when I met Micah, he was a kind person and that he was loyal. He's got loyal friends who came to, be in this wedding today and officiate the wedding, and I, too, knew that we were going to be good friends, and we enjoyed being 20-something people and having a great time in Nashville, and we lived together for a while, and it was this big brother, little brother. I'm an only child, so I never had a younger brother, so it felt like that kind of relationship, and we had a blast, and I have truly treasured knowing Micah for 20 years, and I can tell you that I knew that Emily was the person for Micah because we went to Shark Bar when Emily was working her side job, and I had the opportunity of the Cardinals game with one of my vendors. I said, "Hey, Micah, let's go." He's like, "Yeah, my girlfriend's going to be working over here, blah, blah, blah." So I said, "Great, let's go visit her afterwards. I want to meet her." And we walk in the place, and Emily's light was so bright when she saw Micah. And I said, "Do you know how that girl looks at you? Because if you're not seeing that, you need to figure that stuff out, dude." And he figured it out, and that's why we're here today. I adore Micah, and I see how she adores Micah as well. So I was honored to be here, and I know how Micah treats people, and I just know that he will treat Emily really well. And I know he is the kind of guy that stayed close to his grandmother until she passed, not too long ago. That's the kind of guy Micah Robinson is, and I know that Mrs. Robinson, has that kind of relationship with people too. So please continue to help them grow as a family and as people, and watch them, sprout their roots, or take their roots take hold, and see where they and Victoria, go in this world. Thanks. Hot mic. Hold on.
It's on. Hello? Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Heather, and I'm the maid of honor. I am so happy everyone could be here today to join the special occasion. The bride is my cousin Emily. She's more like a sister to me. And so, I'm her cousin, but she's more like a sister to me. We have been through a lot together. And I've always remained close. Emily and I have always remained close. I have watched you grow up. You used to come over and run around with the girls and watch wrestling with Christopher. And you were always so much fun to be around. And now look at you, all grown up into this beautiful bride that you are. You are an amazing person, an amazing mother, and now wife. I always knew this day would come, because you would be the most beautiful bride. Micah, I'm so happy to call you family. Since the day I met you, I knew you and Emily were perfect for each other. The way you both look at each other, I knew this was meant to be. You are a perfect dad to Tori. And we are all so very thankful for you. I know you will love Emily and Tori for the rest of their lives, just like I know they will love you for the rest of yours. People talk about fairy tales, but real relationships take a lot of work. A successful marriage requires falling in love many times, and always with the same person. And this is true love, everyone. A toast to Micah and Emily and Tori. Always love each other, because we all love you.
All right, I wanted to say a few words over these two real quick. Micah's been, like I said, during the wedding, he's been my best friends for 30 years. We met back in middle school, really. We went to school together. Do what? Well, my mom and dad hate Micah. I'll just tell you straight up. Is that the story? That's a different story, but they hated Micah. I'm telling you. But it wasn't. They no longer hate Micah. But growing up, they hated Micah and I'll tell you why. Because he got me into a lot of trouble. A lot, and we got into a lot of trouble together. But they blamed Micah for every bad decision I had in life, and I'll tell you, it was rough because they were like, I was like, well, Micah's my best friend. They're like, but he can't ever come over because he gets you in trouble. So growing up, that was how it went. So we would still hang out, and we would have some fun together. But eventually, I moved out of my parents' house, and we moved in together, and we kept getting into trouble. It was. Now, I say trouble. It was sometimes there was a lot of fun. We just had fun. We lived together for, it was a long time. We lived together for a long time. Moved from even city to city. We would say, hey, we're done with this apartment because we almost burned it down. That was true. We actually lit the bathroom on fire and had to move out of one apartment. Moved into a nicer apartment into a really ritzy part of town called Franklin, Tennessee. We didn't burn that apartment down, but eventually Micah was the one that kind of opened my eyes to my life. He was always, my parents had it wrong. So Micah didn't get me in trouble. I usually was the one that initiated it. I got Micah in more trouble and really pushed him to do more stupid stuff, which ultimately ended up me being the bearer of any punishment that we got. So he was the one that really pushed me away from doing bad in my life, and I love him for that. He really opened my eyes to that. But I was really excited when he would tell me stuff about Emily. I honestly, God, I didn't think he would ever get married. I really did not think he would ever get married. Me and my wife used to say, Micah I don't think he's ever going to settle down. And then we met Emily. She came over, was around Christmas, wasn't it? It was just before Christmas, right? Micah brought her back home, and they came to the house. We had just moved back from Georgia. I was renovating a house in Georgia. They came to visit and see us, and from the moment that my wife met Emily, she was like, oh, okay, there's something different going on here. And if you guys don't know my wife, but she is really keen on people. Like she really, when she meets people, especially my friends, and that she really knows, like Micah, that she's met some other people in our lives that she's like, I don't like that person. When she met Emily, she was like, I like her a lot. And she immediately knew that she was different. And I was like, I don't know, there's something weird. To me, it was weird. Knowing him almost my entire life, when we met Emily, I thought, there's something different. Like that, Micah acts different. Emily is way different. And we really liked her. So we immediately knew that there was something different about his life. And ever since then, like he would just talk, like when he talked about Emily and also Tori, it was just like he was different. He was a different person altogether, and we just knew immediately like something. This is going somewhere. This is not just something that's just going to be a couple years and whatever, move on. We knew that this was going to last. So it was like we were excited to be. I'll tell you, I was super excited. After 30 years, that knowing that he was probably going to settle down. But I'm so happy for you guys. I'm really, really excited that I got to officiate the wedding. That was awesome. I love that. But I love these two. I love you now, since you're with Micah. Thank you for making him settle down. And I just hope you guys have fun, have a safe trip home, and I love you guys and bless you guys.